What's up, guys? It's Corsi from Gaming Legit. I'm posting a easy mode Call of Duty game. Truth be told, I cannot stand this game. But the interesting thing is, regardless of how many people are such strong supporters of Bad Company, especially for Gaming Legit, because my channel is almost founded on Bad Company videos. So I have a huge fan base for Bad Company. But 90% of my friends list is subscribers. I can honestly say I only got about 10 of my friends that are on my friends list. The rest are all subscribers. And whenever I log on, I might have 1 or 2 people that are playing a game other than Black Ops. Every single time I get on, my friends list is full of people playing this game. I understand why, because this game is so easy and it gives you candy for every kill streak that you do. But I don't know. I think people just aren't educated with how engines and games are supposed to be run, and they're so easily ignored stuff that's in the game because of past games. Like Modern Warfare 2 had a huge issue with Danger Close and Commando, and Death Streaks, and a couple of things that just made people absolutely hate the game. But truth be told, I think that that game is more balanced outside of all the hacks that are going on currently in that game than Black Ops, and for so many different reasons. And I know this is kind of like a hostile commentary, and I'm probably going to get a bunch of people that are going to be super pissed. But the reason why I think Modern Warfare 2 is more balanced currently is because of how bad this game runs online. Now, I have host, and it's very, very, very clear, as you can see from my shotgun. I'm getting like instant kills from like 12 feet away with my shotgun. Whereas in other games, I mean, I could post a follow-up game to this where I do not have host and I'm using the shotgun. I'll shoot a guy point blank and I'll get hit registration marks, but I won't get a kill. Whereas if I have host, I'll get a kill from 12 feet away without zooming in one shot. It's just absolutely unreal. It's just inconsistent, and that's the problem with this game. And that's why I think Modern Warfare 2 is so much more balanced. I got Modern Warfare 2 for my PlayStation just because I craved playing that game. You know, pulling out the Spaz 12 and just going to town. The game's just fun, man. And Modern Warfare 2, regardless of the big issues, it's just got so many different aspects to the game that are just so much more fun to me than what Black Ops is. Regardless of the corrections of the balancing of the danger close and stuff like that I talked about. But the first game I played, I was sniping, and sniping in Modern Warfare 2 is awesome. I absolutely love it. As always, though, you know, the Bad Company version of sniping is, to me, the best form of sniping that's in any first-person shooter. Anyways, I played an entire game of free-for-all and instant registration with using my sniper rifle. I didn't have a lack of registration. I was getting a kill with every connection registered shot. I noticed at the end of the game I had yellow bar in Modern Warfare 2. Now, that is something to consider. Really think about that. I had yellow bar in Modern Warfare 2, and it played smoother than a host experience in Black Ops. And see, this is something that's not picked up, and it's misunderstood, and people just kind of ignore it. That this is what I'm talking about in the engine that runs in Modern Warfare 2. So regardless of the balancing and everything that's going on with Black Ops, if the game does not run well online, and it clearly gives an advantage to a host, that is more of an imbalance than something like Danger Close, to me personally. Leave comments to that and what you feel about that. You know, I know Call of Duty is this highly controversial game. You have these hardcore fanboys and you have people that absolutely hate it. And so please leave a respectable comment with some sort of substantiation. I'm just curious to see what you guys have to say. I completely respect what you have to say. That's all I'm going to do. We're going to move on to another gameplay, which is going to be Halo, which is vastly more legit in my perspective. So here we go. So Halo Reach to me is vastly, vastly more competitive than Call of Duty. And for many different reasons, you know, and I think it's extremely offensive to people. They get really aggravated, but this game requires a lot more talent than Call of Duty. It's everything that Call of Duty is, except that you have to be vastly more precise with your weapon, and it takes more shots on target to register with your weapon than Call of Duty. Whereas in Call of Duty, you can spray from the hip with an automatic weapon, and even, you know, down your sights with an automatic weapon, just be dragging your reticle off and on the target. In this game, the player has an opportunity to get away, and so map movement comes into play, I think, a lot stronger in this game than in Call of Duty, where if I take some damage, I can, if I'm good enough, be able to maybe turn a corner and then be able to bounce a grenade wisely off of a wall, or even be able to get a grenade on him and then be able to do a nice precise headshot, something nothing to counter against it. Whereas Call of Duty, if whoever's getting shot first, you're going to die. I mean, unless the guy's really, really bad at the game. And another thing that comes into play is weapon choice, whereas in Call of Duty, you can almost run a variation of different weapons. It's a lot more social game. You have more customizable options. And in this game, it's all driven by power weapons and spawn times for weapons and specific locations in the map. One thing I do not fancy about Halo Reach is the class system. I wish that, I'm glad that they put sprint in, but armor lock is just retarded. It is so annoying to play a Slayer game and have an entire team using armor lock. It's like Last Stand, but way worse. Whereas, you're just about to finish a kill, and they can hold that thing and hope that their teammates come to the rescue, regardless that they lost a battle or not. And I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it a lot. And there's a reason. That's the reason why it's not in the more competitive variants like Team Slayer. And MLG will never let armor lock be available. I could see some use in the hologram. Hologram is a great perk. The reason why I don't like using a hologram is because it decreases mobility. And in Halo Reach, you move a lot slower than you did in Halo 3. MLG variants are fantastic. A lot of the reason why I do not play the MLG variants are simply because I don't have a team of elite super troopers that I can trust when I go online to do well, that will do callouts and all that kind of stuff. And that's one of the biggest problems with playing Halo, and I think that's why people don't like playing this game so much. Because in Call of Duty, it doesn't matter who you're playing with, you can hop online and do well. You could be a one-man army, regardless of how bad your team is, you can perform better on average than you can in Halo. Whereas Halo is an extremely team-based game. If you're playing with a bunch of guys that don't know what they're doing, they can't seem to get even 2 shots on target before they die, you're going to get destroyed. And that's one of the most aggravating parts of this game. I would say that 80% of the games that I log on or get into through matchmaking, I get teamed with people that generally always score in the negatives, kill death ratio wise, and that's huge. You can't go negative in this game. Now, it's not Call of Duty where you're going to be getting a 30 plus KDR in one game. It doesn't work that way. And why does this always happen to me? It seems like whenever I get on a killing frenzy, I die instantly following my killing frenzy. It's some kind of Corsi curse. I don't know what's going on. I'm starting to get control over my bloom a lot more, but this is one of those games that I don't play like a lot because of all of the different games. I play Bad Company quite a bit, and obviously I just played Call of Duty Black Ops to try to get some Black Ops footage for you guys. That should have been a headshot. I don't know about that. People are going to be like, oh, the bloom. It was the bloom. I don't know, man. That was red reticle on that guy's face. I've had worse shots register as headshot than that one. So, however, I can sense some problems with the host in this game. Sometimes it's super sketchy. You have some weird stuff going on. If you guys follow Rooster Teeth, yeah, I think it's Rooster Teeth, Achievement Hunter, that's the other name for those guys. They do a lot of Halo videos, and they post Halo fails, and they're kind of funny to watch. And some of those fails are like glitches in the game. Actually, a lot of them are. They don't make too much sense. This was a smart play here. I knew I'd pop that guy's shield, and he was one shot. So I continued putting shots as many as I could on this guy. The problem is he's using a hologram, which makes it so that I put a shot onto his hologram. And so he knew I was coming. He knew I was coming down that hallway, and he had a pocketed shotgun where he was just waiting for someone to turn that corner. And in some of the Halo Reach, you don't chase. I chase more than what you probably should. I just have like this weird pride confidence thing in Halo where I feel like I could take on anybody, which isn't the smartest way to be playing this game at all. I should be playing this game a lot more passively. I think I'd be more successful if I did, but I don't, so it's a fail on my part. But, also, another thing about Halo Reach, when I post Halo Reach, I get little to no views, and I understand why. This isn't the funnest game to watch, because there's not kill streaks going on, and a variety of different weapons. Generally, you're going to be watching the same thing every single time you watch Halo Reach. The movements, and the game is actually different. Maybe I hit more targets, there might be a cool play. But in Call of Duty, every single time a different video is posted, that you're going to see a different weapon, generally different kill streaks, there's a lot more different stuff. In this game, it's very, very competitive. Like I said, I think it's vastly more competitive than legit competitive, I should say, than Black Ops is. I know game battles and all that kind of stuff, but Black Ops is so easy mode, guys. Like, I'm sorry if I offend you, but honestly, like, how many I'll just pitch this out. Machinima commentators, you watch those guys go from Call of Duty to playing Halo Reach, and tell me that you do not see a drastic difference in skill decrease. You see these guys playing Halo Reach, and suddenly they don't look like they're nearly the player as they were in Call of Duty, and that's just because of how Call of Duty is. It's so easy to be successful in that game. Something I need to start using more, and I've started to do, is use my pocketed pistol. It's one of those weapons where at close range it just destroys the DMR. You get so many more shots on target at a quicker pace, and a lot of times you end up getting a headshot off of just rattling your pistol. And so what I like to do in close range now, it's not really displayed in this video too much, but switch from my DMR over to my pistol and just start rattling off shots. And that way I can drop his shield and pop his shield a lot faster. In the worst case scenario, I could just switch over to my DMR and get a perfect pace shot to the face. So that's Halo Reach, kind of all over. I apologize. I'm just not really in the mindset of doing commentaries right now with everything that's going on in my life. But as always, guys, please spread the word for Gaming Legit. Help make this channel everything that it can be. Leave a comment. I love reading comments. I read every single one of the comments. I try to respond to as many as I can. And rate. That would just be fantastic. God bless. Love you guys, and I'll see you in upcoming vids.